Hi, welcome back to Busy, Smart, and Strong. I'm Becky Lynn, and we've been doing several pieces on food. I don't know if it's because I'm just hungry all the time these days, but we've recently done a little piece on baking bread. We did another piece on looking at gluten and whether or not you should go gluten-free. Well, today we're going to find out if we should go other things free. We're going to learn how to read nutritional labels at the grocery store. And with me today from Rejuvena Health and Aesthetics is Dr. Suneil Jain. Welcome.
Well, thank you for having me.
Tell me how to read a label and what I should be looking for.
Well, label reading is a little confusing the way it's presented nowadays. There's proposed changes to the current label, which I think will make it better, but it's still not perfect. One of the basic things to remember is if you can't pronounce the word, you shouldn't be eating it. It's really about educating yourself and understanding when an ingredient is in the product, where is that derived from? Okay, so there's a lot of times when you'll see something like citric acid or corn syrup, and it's marketed as all natural, yet it's still coming from something that's highly processed or maybe even genetically modified. Almost 80% of a grocery store contains processed food that has added sugar or genetically modified ingredients, and we don't even realize that.
Let me ask you a quick question about the processed foods. I know that one time my son's doctor, we were talking about weight loss and things like that, and she said, keep him away from processed foods. Try to go just as, natural as you can. And the more I thought about processed foods, I'm thinking, do I have to make my own pasta?
Well, things like that you can buy minimally processed, but for the most part, yes. I mean, if it comes in a box, you have to always question, if it's healthy or not for you, and most of the time it's not. So that's where calorie counting really is quite deceiving, because if you just look at the calories, you can see that you can easily be deceived.
Yes. We all have just about Cheerios. We give them to the kids. I love them. They're my favorite cereal, and I don't put extra sugar. I don't like sweet cereal. Right. But yet you say you've got them here. Are they good, bad, what?
Well, that's interesting that you say you don't put any added sugar. Well, I hope you don't have to, because that's the second ingredient and the third ingredient in this box. So we have this Cheerios box, and it's got this heart symbol on there, lower cholesterol. We do know that sugar is implicated in cardiovascular disease. And when you see that as a third ingredient, you have to approach this and understand, is this really something that's good for me? A lot of times we have a lot of added sugar in most foods that are found in grocery stores, and things that we don't even realize. For example, I've got this can of pinto beans. Now, the pinto beans, the ingredients in this one are pinto beans, water, salt, sugar.
Oh.
Okay, and we look at the amount of sugar that's in here, and it says 2 grams of sugar, and it's actually got added sugar in there. Now you contrast that with this organic brand, and it just has water, organic pinto beans, and sea salt. Still has 2 grams of sugar. So if you're just comparing the calories, you might say, oh, well, the organic one has 120 calories. This conventional one has 100 calories. I'm going to take this one. Oh. Well, but this conventional one has added sugar to it. So just because it has a little bit less calories doesn't make it more healthy. We've got this Del Monte, these sliced peaches. Okay, one is regular and one is light. Okay, now ironically enough, if you look at the calories in the light version is 60 calories per serving, and in the regular version it's 70 calories per serving. Okay, but if you start looking at the ingredients, you start seeing that in the regular version it's just peaches, peach juice, pear juice, and natural flavor, whatever that means, which is very loose. Okay. And you look at the light version, and it says peaches, water, and sugar. They actually add sugar to the lighter version. Correct.
That's just bizarre to me.
It is. And, 10 calories less, but you get the added sugar. But people think that they're getting, something that's healthier for them. Okay. Once I think you get a general understanding of just a little education behind things to look for, I think it makes it a lot easier, because you can quickly scan a product and know. I mean, on the face value, you can just kind of see that something that's processed or found in a box, you have to approach it with some caution. Just really understand the labels and understand the ingredients, and understand that just because something is marketed towards a child, like an infant, that it can have added sugar in it, that it can have ingredients that may be something that's not so good, not so healthy, and just really have to be vigilant, when looking at these products, and not fall for these little gimmicks like whole grain or add it now with 8 vitamins and minerals, things like that really, you look at it and you instantaneously think, oh, this has to be good.
Yeah, you read the label.
You have to read the labels, because they're just taglines. it's very easy to jump to things because these are more visible. These are brands that have been around for some time. But if you really look into it, then you'll see that there is quite a bit difference, even though the calorie count is the same.
Dr. Jain, thank you for unlocking some of the mystery and just kind of setting us on the right path. It's a little bit of work, but even a little bit, looking at some of it and getting it started, hopefully will help us to have better hearts and better lives.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much. Thanks for watching Busy, Smart, and Strong.